Boom!
Eat
Hello.
ass.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to more Call of Cthulhu with your friends
Ass
here
eaters.
here at Ass Eating Connection. I'm your host, Jack. I'm the keeper of arcane secrets for this wild, crazy ride that we're all on. And today with me, I've got Graydon, I've got Matt, I've got Eric, I've got Peter, and I've got Jared. Say hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everybody doing today?
My soul is lifted.
I'm
Excellent.
alive.
I'm glad to hear it. Well, you might not be alive for much longer. I'm ready to play some more Call of Cthulhu. We left off at a very interesting spot, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, last we left off, everyone, you had broken into the inner sanctum of the bent pyramid and confronted the Black Pharaoh who had possessed your young companion Pip. After taunting you and trying to make a bargain with you, you rebuffed him, and he left, taking much of Pip's sanity with him. You investigated the inner sanctum of the bent pyramid, found out a little bit, got some interesting puzzle pieces that may pertain to some of the clues that you've been hunting down. And you also visited Nuri and her son, whose name I don't remember, but he gave you a nice piece of rock, which seemed perhaps important somehow. After that, you headed back to Cairo, had a nice little day, tried to find the Street of Jackals, failed to find the Street of Jackals, and then decided after your panther friend, the priestess of Bast, Neris, went and staked out Omar al-Shakti's house for you. You decided to follow up on her leads, stake out the Great Pyramid of Giza. Harrison decided to climb the Great Sphinx of Giza, and in doing so was caught by a number of cultists, or at least people dressed in robes, who are now, at least one of them is scrambling up the Sphinx to get you, Harrison, as Pip let roar a battle cry and is now charging towards your assailants.
Naruto running.
Yes, he's Naruto running. Pip invented the Naruto run. Is that?
You're gonna be famous, kid.
There's
Hell
a
yeah.
lot of shows that utilize that run.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sonic utilizes the run.
Alert from Pip.
Who Naruto ran first? Was it Sonic or was it Naruto?
I'm pretty
Sonic.
sure it was Naruto, but to me, it'll always be the Sonic run.
Sonic's older, isn't he?
I don't think so.
I don't know how long has the manga been around.
I feel like it's like a while, not 80s or 90s, but that's just a guess.
A lot of the famous ones came out in the 80s, I feel like. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, in the old initiative order that we've got going on here, there is
Sonic's
one.
older.
Okay.
Yeah, Naruto premiered on 2002.
Manga premiered 1999.
Oh, the manga did. Okay. Oh, the
There you
TV
go.
show premiered 2002.
All right. I'm sorry, guys. It's February 28th, 1925 right now. Shut the fuck up.
Manga.
I'm gonna eat your ass.
Japan currently in 1925 is historically very open to the outside world right now, right? Super nationalist, globalist.
Yeah,
Might be a little
not,
early. I don't know. I don't know.
Very, very imperialist
No,
at the
I was
moment.
gonna say very imperialist.
Yeah, they want nothing to do with anyone.
So, yes, there's one figure leading the pack in this combat round. He has a dexterity of 85. It's the person who was leading the other four robed figures behind him. So he is going to sit at the front of the pack, not paying attention to anybody else, Those of you who are close enough, so probably Pip and Harrison, hear him begin to say something in a language which you probably don't recognize.
I do
Um,
not. I will say that now.
Yes. You could make like a really hard knowledge roll if you wanted to like try and figure it out, but it doesn't make it too much of a difference probably. But he's going to say those words, and as he does, the stele, the rock face in front of him, becomes translucent, and he seemingly steps inside of the Great Sphinx of Giza. And he is now out of this combat encounter.
Can I take note of what he said at all? Like, am I able to remember that in any way?
It is going to be, I'd say if you can make a listen roll with hard difficulty, I will let you remember what he said.
Okay.
Which means he has to roll a hard success, right, or an extreme
Yeah.
success.
Yes, I need a hard success on this listen roll.
Jared, it's all fun and games until someone what? Loses a
There we go.
Hey, Jared got a new shirt.
Yeah, no.
I had this shirt before, but it got destroyed. I had a spark from a fire hit it when I had it sitting somewhere, and it burnt a big hole through the old one, so I got a new one.
Gotcha.
Big negative on my listen check.
Okay. Yeah, with you Naruto running as fast as humanly possible towards the fray, you're not entirely sure what's going on. Harrison, you are next in initiative. You are standing on top of the Great Sphinx of Giza. There are people down below you. I don't know if you saw the photo that I've posted in Discord, but you are quite a ways up.
Yeah, my imagination didn't really account for how unreasonably big the Sphinx actually is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm up there. How far would you say up? Because I know there's like 4 cultists that are all climbing up the Sphinx right now.
So there's one that has been like started climbing. There's one that's sort of begun climbing up the arm to sort of get a better look at your party, and the other 2 are still sitting down below where their friend just disappeared into the stone face.
And I remember that Patton had taken a shot at one of them that was climbing with her sniper. Did that
yes.
have what effect did that have?
She missed and hit the rock face of the Sphinx.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot whichever cultist is closest to me with my pistol.
Okay. Yep, there is a cultist climbing up the rock wall towards you.
Okay.
Maybe they just want to spread the good word.
Well, they're gonna probably
What's the good
put
word?
a bullet in their face because I got a hard success.
A hard success.
Good
Pretty sure
word
hard
doesn't matter.
success just does regular damage when it comes to firearms. It's been a while since we've had a combat, so I'm going to just make sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah. He's currently climbing, so he's not going to try and jump for cover or anything like that. So you can just roll your damage.
Okay, and that is 1d10. 7.
7. Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. That man needs to make a Constitution check.
It's like bullets are deadly.
Yeah. He
My
succeeds.
one weakness.
He does not fall unconscious from the pain, but you do aim down the Sphinx and take shot at him, and it catches him in the shoulder, and he begins bleeding profusely, and there's a spatter of blood across the stone face of the Sphinx.
Ooh, that looks like it hurts, big guy. Maybe you should climb down and take care of that.
Pip, it is now your turn.
Spider-Man. Am I in range of anyone?
You are still running. You can get within range of somebody if you'd like to.
Who's running close with me? Is that Richard? Who's with me?
I don't remember who was running after you.
I
I feel like Richard would.
I think I said
I-
I wanted to.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I was going to as well.
I was given strict instructions for Peyton to sit up on the grassy knoll and snipe. So
Yeah.
that's what she's going to do.
I guess. I don't know. I'll just keep proceeding and try and keep running. Oh.
Keep running. Yeah. I mean, there is another cultist, sort of standing up on the Sphinx, who you could potentially get in reach of.
Yeah.
If you wanted
I
if
don't
you wanted to make an attack.
go for it. Well, might as well.
All right. Give me a fighting brawl check.
Bro.
What does Pip have? A stick?
I got
Yeah,
a knife.
pocket knife.
Oh, a knife. Oh, right. Richard gave you the knife.
He is going to fight back as you get in range with him, Pip.
Yeah. No, I failed.
So did he.
Good shit. Next
All
round.
right. You stab comically at his legs, and he swipes comically at your head, like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. And neither of you connect with either of your bladed weapons.
Pip's like, this is
Imagine
war.
Tom and Jerry are those three doofuses that always get made fun of in TVs, where they're like, "Nyah."
Stooges.
Oh,
There
Three
you go.
Stooges, yeah. Okay. It is now the cultist's turn, who just got shot in the arm by Harrison. This man is still on the side of the Sphinx. Since he just got shot, I'm gonna give him a roll to see just how well he's climbing. Oop. Not well at all. He's going very slowly. He's going to use the rest of his turn to continue climbing to the best of his ability. But it's very hard when there's a bullet in your shoulder. So that's going to be the rest of his turn. Ruth, it is your turn.
I want to run to the nearest person and punch with my lion claws.
That would be the same person who is fighting Pip right now.
Hell yeah, let's see if I can land a hit.
Okay.
That's a normal success.
That will hit. He cannot fight back or dodge because he already tried to do it to Pip.
Alright, and it's 2d4. That's a 4 and a 3.
7 points of damage to that man. So, Ruth, you come up and you give him the old 1-2 with your lion claws and gouge him pretty deeply, and he falls over unconscious.
It's like, oh! I got you, Pip.
I'm gonna cut him open.
I think we have other priorities right now.
I'm gonna cut him open.
Look around for Richard.
Richard.
Yeah.
Richard, it is now your turn.
Where am I?
You can be wherever you want. You can still be up on the hill, or you can be running into combat.
I am running into combat and going to go towards the next big baddie with my scalpel out.
Okay, sounds good. So there's the guy who's still climbing, who'll be out of reach, and then there's two guys in front of the Sphinx.
I'm gonna go. I think Harrison's got the guy climbing up the Sphinx. There's no point in me going after him. I'm gonna go after one of the other two guys.
And so there's one guy who looks quite big and imposing, and a sort of smaller guy out of those two.
Richard's gonna go towards the big, imposing fella.
Okay. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna attack him with my scalpel.
All right. Make a roll for it.
That is a 38, which is a second. I didn't write down my hard success. That will be, or it's yeah, that'll be a hard success.
Hard success. Okay. He's going to try and fight back. Nope. He fails. You can roll some damage for me.
What
That
are
is-
you using?
My scalpel, so that's a 1d4 plus a 1d4. So I got 4 on my first, and then so that's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage to that man.
Is it just me, or is like using a scalpel in like an actual fight to the death seem like some psychopath shit?
Well, I never said Richard wasn't a
Yeah.
psychopath.
I'm trying to picture how he's using it. Like, is it kind of like a closed fist dagger?
No,
type, or
imagine
has he
it
got,
like-
the
No, no, no,
one-
no.
The index
Here-
finger is on the top. And
No,
it's
no, no,
like-
like here's what happened. Here's what I like went for like I'm going for like tendons and nerves and shit in this guy's body.
Oh, so
Okay.
he's like being like surgical with it. Oh, that's even
Yeah.
worse. That's
Yeah,
fucking-
that is
oh.
worse, honestly. Precise
Imagine
strikes.
like on your ankle, like right.
Yeah, right on the
like here,
Achilles.
just going like.
Cut the Achilles. Man goes down.
All right. And that's kind of what you try to do. You like give this guy a really good cut. You did a lot of damage to this guy. He, however, succeeded on his Constitution roll, so he does not fall unconscious. But he looks he's like I picture you like went for the jugular and like just kind of missed. So he's just like splurting blood out of like another part of his neck a little bit, all over his nice white robes.
Oh.
Preying on Jared's face a bit.
Next, it would be the cultist's turn, who is unconscious. That cultist is unconscious. So it goes to the cultist, who has not been harmed at all.
Who I'm sure is wondering what he's just gotten himself into.
So, this guy is going to take a swing at you, Richard.
Okie dokie.
Nope, that's gonna be a fail on his part. So he pulls out his like short curved sword and takes a swing at you, and you dodge to the sides, still just like brandishing your little scalpel. It is now the turn of the other cultist, who you just sliced his fucking neck open, Richard.
Perfect.
He is also going to take a swipe at you. That's going to be a hard success. Ooh.
I'm going to try to fight back, I guess,
Fight back or dodge.
or dodge. Yeah. Oh, I'll do fight back. Might as well.
Okay.
Okay. So is it the fighting brawl?
Yep.
Well, that was a 34, so that is a hard success as well.
Okay. What's your fighting brawl skill?
82.
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. On a draw, the person who initiated the attack wins.
Yeah, I thought that's how it worked.
Yeah. I have my cheat sheet up. I'm always cross-referencing it. So,
This is gonna hurt.
yeah, this is going to hurt a lot. You take 9 points of damage.
Oh.
As this tall man who is still like sprinklering blood like out of part of his neck, takes up his short sword and heaves it down into your shoulder, Richard.
My poor shoulder.
This is like the heavy set guy, right?
what? Yeah.
The imposing man.
Yeah. How many hit points? What's your total hit point maximum?
13.
Wow.
I need you to make a Constitution check for me to see if you remain conscious.
I remain conscious.
Okay. But you probably don't feel so good right now.
No, that hurt.
Okay. Peyton, it is now her turn. She is still on top of the hill. I think I just realized she should have gone first because she had a readied firearm, which means she gets a plus 50 to her dex in the initiative order. But we'll just put her down. So.
She sneezed.
Because you're in front of the, I was like, does she try to hit the guy who's fighting Richard? Oh no, that would be stupid because that would be a penalty die because she'd be firing into a melee. She's going to try and take out the guy who is climbing up the Sphinx towards Harrison.
Oh, this poor man.
She misses big time. She has a a rifle skill of 75. She rolled a 92.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Harrison, you're standing on top of the Sphinx as you hear a gunshot in the distance, and what sounds like a bullet skids across the head of the Sphinx and kicks up a little bit of dust and sand in your general direction.
You ever wonder how it lost its nose?
Well, I would like to make an abusive comment towards Patton, but I'm gonna be a supportive teammate and focus on killing the baddie. Might I? Actually, so I know that.
No, well, actually, I was just setting the scene. It's actually Clyde's turn. Yeah,
Oh,
he has
okay,
he has
sorry
an
about
absolutely abysmal dexterity score.
I do. It's pretty bad.
So it's his turn first. Then we go back to you.
Yeah.
So-
Never leg day.
So there's two people on Richard. There's one
Yeah.
climbing up the Sphinx, and then
Yep.
Pip and Ruth are fighting one, or over a dead one.
One is unconscious. So you know how the Sphinx has like the two arms out in front of it? So basically the two that are fighting Richard are in front of the Sphinx in between the two arms, and then the unconscious guy is on one of the other arms, and then the guy who's climbing up the Sphinx is like climbing up the same side of its head.
Is there any way I could position myself to shoot one of the guys engaging Richard without having a disadvantage?
No, because that would be firing into melee, so you would get a penalty die for firing into melee combat.
Okay.
But you can fire 3 times around.
It's true, but a disadvantage 3 times and it gets worse as I
You,
shoot.
you get a lot worse as you shoot.
Yeah. Well, my move rate is 7, so I'm not really sure what that means.
For this purpose, I don't track movement rate. That's for chase scenes and stuff like that.
Okay.
So in this case, I'm just assuming that everybody who wants to get to the combat area has enough movement to do so.
I will approach Richard's situation and stand 15 yards back and just kind of like hesitate, and can I hold an action in this?
It's a good question. I don't know, actually. I don't think so. I don't think there's a rule for it.
I can't believe this is the first time we come across this.
No. I guess the system assumes that you always have something that you would want to do in a combat round, because you can do anything that you would normally do when you're just playing the game.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I I don't think there's really a rule for it. There is sort of like a concentration rule similar to like having like a reaction or like a concentration check in D&D. But yeah, not like a held action to my knowledge. Why did you want? What did you want to do?
Because what I want to do is I kind of want to stand a decent ways away and wait for one of them to step out of melee range with Richard, or wait for Richard to go down and then start shooting.
Gotcha.
Because I mean that's probably going to be more likely.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
But just so you know, if they do go down and you miss your shots or something, if Richard does go down, then you miss your shots. They're going to use their turn because there's two of them. It's a good chance they use their turn to get within melee range of you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm. That's why I'm trying to find out what movement, like
What would
15
Clyde wanna
yards.
do in this Because he just watched his good friend, who I assume he likes at least a decent amount, get a fucking, what do they call those swords again? I'm totally drawing a blank.
Scimitar?
I don't know,
Scimitar?
like a
Get a
scimitar.
fucking scimitar to the shoulder. He's not happy about it. Go punch those guys in the face, pal. Help your friend.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fighter. I'm just gonna hide behind one of the paws and shoot up at the guy Harrison is trying to
Oh,
get rid of.
I mean, I'm not going to complain. Just don't shoot me.
Okay. What's the max range on your pistol?
15 yards.
15 yards. Okay. So that really that's the maximum range?
Yep, that's what I have anyway.
Yeah, on mine, that's the maximum range for from what you told me, Jack, and what I have written down here is that's the maximum range for just like a solid attack, like you do
Right.
max damage every time.
Gotcha. Right. So that's probably the base range would be my guess. What kind of pistol do you have?
45 Smith & Wesson.
45 Smith & Wesson.
We have the same gun, Graydon.
Nice. Good choice.
But instead of using it in this fight, which would have been a very smart idea, gotta rush in with the scalpel.
Hey man, I mean, to each their own.
All about the aesthetic.
It is, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Is the goddamn.
You don't kill
I should've
someone while
given-
looking good, why
Okay.
kill someone at all?
I should have gotten
So-
Richard a bone saw or something.
So the base, yeah. So that's a base range of 15 yards. So 15 yards is about 13 meters. So you also have a long range and an extreme long range with weapons. So
Okay.
so long range, in this case, is base times 2, which is 26 meters. You're probably within 26 meters. So a long range shot requires a hard success to hit.
All right, then I will run over and hang out next to Ruth and Pip instead, and I will just be there with my gun out. And I'm not going to
Okay.
do anything else.
Sounds good.
Gonna look intimidating.
Yeah. Like, I'm next to a woman and a child.
All right. Well, I have good news for you then. That means you have technically readied your firearm, which means
Hey.
you get plus 50 to your dex order. So you went from being the bottom of the list to the top of the list.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, it doesn't help my situation.
So you currently have a dex of 95.
You were Sonic fast now.
Okay. Do I just try to shoot at the people fighting Richard? But if I miss, I might hit Richard.
And if you hit Richard, Richard might die.
It's true. I don't want Jared's.
I mean,
I
the
don't want
second
Jared's
I've had killed by someone I'm
If-
with.
I will say this, Clyde. Now that you're with Pip and Ruth, you're probably in regular range of the guy who's climbing the Sphinx.
All right, I'll shoot that guy then.
Okay.
I did really well. That's an extreme success.
Okay. I think, again, I don't think it matters. I think no matter what the success is on a firearm, you do the regular amount of damage.
No, there's no crit.
No, really just for melee weapons.
6 damage.
6 damage. So the man climbing the Sphinx took a bullet in the shoulder, and as he gets to the top of the Sphinx to begin confronting Harrison, you watch as a bullet comes out through the back of his head, and he tumbles down onto at the base of the Sphinx. And you no longer have a pursuer.
It's a werewolf
man-
killer right there.
Yeah, that man is dead.
Nice shot, Clyde. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, you want to get down here and shoot some more people?
Well, I actually have quite the vantage point up here, Clyde. I can't wait to shoot some more of these baddies. Well, actually, is anyone else climbing up this Sphinx still, or have they all just started engaging everybody else?
The only 2 people remaining are the ones who are about to kill Richard at the base of the Sphinx. Well, that's not entirely true. There is another guy available. We'll see if maybe he'll regain consciousness. But right now, he's very unconscious in front of Pip and Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
And you are still standing on top of the Sphinx.
If I want to get down from the Sphinx because it's such a height, would I still have the opportunity to attack anybody, or is it going to take my whole turn to scale down the Sphinx?
Superhero land.
I would say you can use your entire turn to do it very carefully, or you can make a climb roll to try and do it and still have the opportunity to do something.
And what would be the result of a failed climb roll?
Let's find out.
Oh, Jack.
Wear a helmet.
You said, "Oh, Jack," like the lady from Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, Jack.
And I can't I can't try and shoot him because they're still right next to Richard.
I mean, you could try.
But there's still the chance that I'd hit Richard, right?
I mean, there's
That's only if I
all
fail.
usually that's not the issue when you're doing this sort of thing. Normally the issue is that you'll miss entirely. If you fumble the roll or something like that, I can't guarantee that that you won't hit Richard. But I will say you are past the base range of your weapon, so you would need to get a hard success, and you would be firing into melee combat, which means that you have a penalty die.
I'm gonna spend my combat action to climb down nice and carefully.
Okay, and that'll be your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Harrison begins carefully climbing down the Sphinx. Pip, it is your turn.
So that guy that Jared stabbed is still up.
Yes.
I want
guy
to jump
he's-
on.
yeah.
I want to jump on his back and go for the neck.
Okay. Just for fun, give me a jump roll.
Jump roll, jump roll. Are you fucked in
And
the
you're
head? No.
you're above him because you're on the paw. So I would give you a bonus die.
How do you do a bonus die?
So you re-roll the tens digit.
Yeah, no, that won't do nothing.
No, sorry, not this one. The like.
Oh,
you
okay,
understand?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Oh yeah, okay. Now we're good. Now we're good. Yeah.
Oh,
we're
you
good.
you re-rolled the D100? I thought you re-rolled the D10.
When you get a bonus die, I think I've said this a couple times, you re-roll this one.
The
Mm,
This
two-digit
is the one
dice.
you re-roll, and you get the better of the two rolls. So you succeed
Yeah.
on the jump roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pip, you jump off and land on the back of this tall guy who is still like secreting blood from his neck.
I'm screaming too. I want to be screaming while I'm doing it.
You are screaming like a maniac.
You're like the guys dying in Star Wars.
Yeah, make a fighting brawl. You're right up with the guy, and so it's easy to stab him. I'll give you another bonus die for it.
Yeah, I don't need it. That's a hard success. We're good.
Hard success. Yeah. Roll damage for me.
Where the fuck is it? There we go. So I get 2 because I have a -1 to damage bonus.
Oh, right.
Two.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy is very, very hurt, but he is still up. But you are holding on for dear life and like just stabbing into him.
Like knife's in him, holding on with the knife.
Yep.
It's like at my horse now.
Mm-hmm. Generic cultist number 5 has just died, so he does not get his turn. Ruth, it is your turn.
There's still like a second guy with Richard, right?
Yes. There's the guy that Pip is now riding and stabbing, and there's one more guy.
I would like to outride the second guy by also jumping on him.
Make a jump roll for me with a bonus die.
That's a normal success.
Normal success. You jump on the back of the second guy. And,
I want
What
to
do you
attack
do?
him with the lion claws.
okay. You're a little bit bigger than Pip is, and
Yeah.
you fight with your fists and not a knife that you can just shank him with. So just make a normal attack.
Okay.
No bonus die.
Oh, that's a 99.
Ooh. But your fighting skill is above 50.
Yeah,
so,
it's 83. So
yeah. It's not a fumble for you.
I guess I'm just on top of this guy.
Okay. In that case, he's gonna try and fight back against your attack. He succeeds.
Oh no.
This guy flips you over his head onto the ground, and he stabs down with his scimitar, and he's going to do
Can I
6 points of damage to you, Ruth.
do I get a dodge opportunity?
This is technically your
It-
like combat action that he fought back against. So
Okay,
no.
yeah, I wasn't sure of a reaction. Okay, well, 6. That's
Yeah, you can't react to his reaction. This is him beating your combat roll. And what's your hit point maximum?
8.
Like you always have 8 hit points, or is it normally higher than that?
No,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
need-
max.
You need to make a Constitution roll as well.
All right, come on, please. No, that's a fail.
Ruth, you fall unconscious.
Ruth, you're a glass cannon.
I went for style points. Pip inspired me, but clearly I'm not on his level.
Pip has bloodlust right now.
Richard, you just had a sword shoved into your shoulder,
Yep.
and it has just been withdrawn.
Okay. I would
Um,
like to smile at the guy.
Ew.
As he withdraws the sword, you watch Pip and Ruth jump onto the 2 men who are fighting you,
Yeah.
You watch Pip begin to stab the guy that just stabbed your shoulder. And then you watch Ruth jump on the other guy, get flipped over, stabbed, and then it looks like she goes comatose.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm going to. I'm gonna try to precisely stab my scalpel through his ribs into his heart.
The guy who is
The guy that's in front of me, the big guy.
the big guy. Okay,
Yeah.
Pip is still on him, so yeah, you can do that.
Father son attack.
Okay.
Boy.
Fighting.
It's a God of War sequel.
Bro, that's just a regular success.
Regular success. He didn't fight back against Pip's attack, so he will try and fight back against this one. I'm going to say he has a penalty die because Pip is riding on his back. Good thing too, because that was a natural one.
Oh fuck! He would have slapped me across the building.
He fails.
Nice.
He got a natural one into 61.
Nice. All right.
Oh,
Well, that's the 6 points of damage.
You gingerly stab him through the rib cage into his heart, and he begins bleeding profusely before falling over onto the ground forwards, while Pip is still on his back.
I'm awesome. Fuck yeah.
Um, generic cultist number 2 is now dead. That guy's unconscious. The only person left is the guy who just stabbed Ruth. Hasn't been too. He sees that everyone around him has just died, and he is going to turn tail and run into the Sphinx behind the guy who just opened up the rock wall. And that will be his combat action.
Someone
So
stop him.
he runs in. It would be Peyton's turn after that. She has nothing to do. She's on the hill with the sniper rifle. Clyde, we're back to you at the top of the round.
I'm gonna
Since
run
you-
into the Sphinx.
Okay. Clyde runs into the Sphinx.
Hell yeah.
Clyde is now out of the action order. Harrison, you get down to the ground floor.
I wait. So all of the baddies are unconscious, right? They're not technically dead.
The guy who was climbing the Sphinx is dead. The guy who attacked Richard and Pip jumped on is dead. The guy who Pip and Ruth attacked is unconscious, and the fourth guy just ran into the Sphinx.
Okay. Can I want to go into the Sphinx, but before that, I want to help either Ruth or Richard. Maybe if Richard, if I perform some first aid on you, can you look after Ruth and I go into the Sphinx?
Yep.
Okay. This is funny because I put a lot of investment in my first aid, but this might actually be the first time I've ever used it, so better late than never. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to re-roll. Which sucks because I rolled a 10 on the other one. That is a hard success on my first aid.
Excellent. Richard, you regain 1 hit point.
Nice.
Cool. I mean, I really hope that whole wound in his shoulder would just close up completely, but I guess this isn't Dead by Daylight. Am I allowed to run off into the Sphinx as well now?
Sure. The path
Okay.
is still open.
Off I go.
Okay. Harrison disappears into the Sphinx. Pip, it's your turn.
I'm gonna stab the unconscious man.
All right, you get up onto the paw of the Sphinx. and the
I want
man's
to start
uncon-
like trying dissecting him, like I've seen Jared do or Richard.
Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely take out his 3 remaining hit points. Yeah, yeah. You begin dissecting this man.
The Antichrist over here.
Listen, I get it. I had a really cool execution planned, and then I remembered that we should probably keep him in case we can interrogate him later, but guess that's out the fucking window.
We got some organs to sell now.
Pip,
Great.
you gain two skill points in the science biology skill.
Fuck yeah! Do I like write that down? Like
Yeah, so
biology?
underneath the science skill, you write biology as one of the empty spaces.
So would that make it? Is it start at 0.1%?
It starts at
So that would make it
1%, I
3?
think. So you would have 3% in the
Okay.
biology skill.
Fuck yeah! We're learning today, boys.
Learn with your hands.
Ruth, you're unconscious.
Yeah. Some bad dreams.
Richard, it is now your
Yes.
turn.
I'm going to go tend to Ruth. I'm going to use medicine on her first.
Okay.
That is a regular success on medicine.
So she regains 1d3 hit points.
And then 1d3. There it is. That would be 2 hit points.
Nice.
She's back up to half, boys.
And then I'm going to use my first aid skill on her.
Okay.
That is a critical success.
Dang.
So that's one more hit point.
Sweet.
Did we win?
Why, yes, Ruth. We took each one of them down, except there's one that escaped into the Sphinx, but Harrison's in pursuit.
Yep. Who took more than half of their total damage? It happened to Ruth.
Me.
So Ruth, you would have had a major wound, but you don't anymore because you got up to above half.
I
Okay.
did not, so I have a major wound.
So yes, Richard has a major wound. So
Fuck, I just got rid of my major wound, and now I have
Wow.
my major wound back.
I kind of lucked out there. Nice. Thanks, Richard.
You're welcome. I can only do the best for everyone else.
around that time, Peyton comes running up with her rifle, or Leon's rifle, I guess. Oh my, what's gone into all y'all?
Just like Richard. I just got
Yes,
blood
Pip.
all over my hands, and I'm hands
very
in his
proud
stomach,
of you.
like
Sweet.
inside his stomach, digging around.
Pip, sweetie, put that down.
No.
Now, Pip, can you name one of these? What are you holding right now in your hand?
Liver? Pulls out like a lung.
No, Pip, very close, very close. That's the lung you're holding in your hand.
Am I still asleep?
As this is happening, the stone wall that was made immaterial by the lead cultist becomes material again, and it is just regular stone.
Oh.
Harrison's in the wall.
Oh.
I'm glad you guys took the time to have a fucking
Oh, what were you
lesson
doing?
of anatomy. I'm in the fucking thing.
I didn't want anyone being there by themselves. I wouldn't have ran in there if Clyde was in there.
I love tabletop games. So
Oh no. Oh
No,
no.
that's a your long little one.
Clyde and Harrison, you enter into a dark room with a few low burning torches, and a long hallway leading into the darkness, and you can hear the sound of footsteps as the man who ran in before you is running down the hallway.
Well,
we
let's
gotta
get him.
get that guy. We gotta
Okay,
stop him.
Okay. Are you chasing after him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, in that case, we're going to enter a chase scene.
Oh shit!
So this
Never seen a
is-
chase scene.
This is generic cultist number 8, or sorry, number 3. So he has a movement rating of 8. Clyde, what's your movement rating?
7.
7. And your dexterity is 45.
True.
Harrison, your dexterity is 70. What's your movement rating?
It's just my dodge, right?
You should have an area that's marked movement rating.
It's up in characteristics.
Oh, sorry, it's 8.
8. Okay. So, I need both of you to make constitution rolls for me.
Constitution.
Hard
I
success.
I succeed. Was this guy injured going in?
He has not been touched yet.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. You said regular success, Clyde. You said hard success, Harrison?
Yeah.
Okay. So he failed his constitution rating, so his movement rating goes down by 1.
Fuck yeah.
Harrison, you go first. I would put him at. He would be about seven spaces ahead of you in the movement chart, because that's as far as he would have been able to get. You have 8 movement actions. So if you've ever been in a chase scene before, I don't remember if you were in the last one. You set up, you have X number of spaces. So this guy is effectively 7 movement ahead of you. You have 8 movements. You can use those 8 movements to do anything. You can make an attack with one of them. You can use all 8 to get up with him, but then you can't do anything else. So effectively, you could use all 7. You could use 7 movements, and then your 1 remaining movement to try and attack him in some way.
My plan is to restrain him, prevent him from getting to anybody else that might be in there. So
Okay.
I don't want to shoot him. I want to try and trip him, get on his back, wrap my arm around his head.
Okay.
Anything.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So that would be 7 movements, and then 1 movement action to make a fighting maneuver, which is your fighting brawl skill.
Okay, here goes. Hard success.
Hard success. So, Clyde, you watch as Harrison takes off down into this dark hallway, and very quickly catches up to a small little blip in the distance of the darkness and wrestle him to the ground. And Harrison, you now have this guy pinned. That's the end of the chase.
Nice.
Okay. I've got this guy pinned down, and I'm gonna grab him by his hair and pull his head back and get really close to him and be like, "Listen, you smarmy cultist bastard. I saw you run into that Sphinx without taking a swing at anybody. I know you don't want to get hurt. I know you don't want to fucking die." Pull out my handgun, push it to his cheek. "So you're gonna tell me everything I need to know. You're gonna be a nice and helpful boy. Otherwise, I'm gonna bonk you on the head with this bullet at high speed."
Harrison, I was really impressed with you. We got to work on your speech. You almost had it. The bonk on the head, high speed thing was a little soft, but hey, you know what? I like it.
All right, so
Fine, I really enjoyed this one.
the cultist has an English skill of 15. and he rolled a 68, so he didn't quite get all of that.
Let's drag him back to the front and get him to open the door.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, you drag him back to the larger chamber.
I just want to like gesture to like open up the.
He kind of looks back at both of you and is like, one way.
Oh fuck!
Okay, I'm gonna hassle him back to the floor, gun back to the head. Be like, well, you're gonna help us find our way out, pal. Otherwise, you won't find the one way that's out of here either.
Can I like just knock on where I think the front door is? Like, does it seem super solid?
So you can do that if you want to.
Sure. Yeah. Fuck it.
Solid stone, solid Egyptian limestone or sandstone. Sorry.
Right,
Well,
get up. Do you have a pistol, Clyde? You do, right?
yeah.
Okay, pistols on him. Find our way out of here, bitch.
This man with the pistol, the two pistols trained on him, approaches you, puts the pistol to his temple. Says,
Which one?
Let's say Harrison, since he's been the more threatening.
Okay.
Just do it.
I'm gonna whack him on the forehead with the butt of my pistol.
All right.
Do you want me to roll for it?
He's not going to do anything to stop it, so automatic success.
Sweet. I'm gonna whack him on the head with the butt of my pistol and be like, I'm not gonna make it that easy for you, buddy. Get up, let's go.
Why? I'm gonna ask him.
You have a damage bonus tied to your build, Harrison?
For my pistol, not that I know of.
Bottom right
No,
of your paper.
I think you just have a +0.
Bottom right
Yeah,
of the
bottom
page.
right shows combat, and then it shows damage bonus, build, dodge.
No, I have a 0. I have no damage bonus. How does one get a damage bonus? That sounds exciting.
Size.
You need to have a high size.
You'd be thick.
It's size plus one of the other attributes. I don't remember which one. Size plus strength, I think. So you just did 3 damage to this man. He just looks at the two of you and says, "I will not help."
Like, why do you want to die?
Death is only the beginning.
Yeah, it's fucking one of these guys.
Fuck off. Oh my god. Let's see.
I like how you guys have dealt with enough cultists that you're just like, yeah, fucking
I
whatever.
know. Like,
You don't need to be gay. Shut up.
you've heard this before.
Clyde, do you have any rope or anything that we can restrain him with?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't want to give him the satisfaction of killing him, so what do you say we beat him till he's unconscious?
I mean, why don't we try to encourage him to help us.
Okay, well, I'll try and persuade him. Or do you want to do good cop, bad cop? Good cop, bad cop.
All right, okay. Let's
Okay.
try.
All right, I'll lead with bad cop. Yeah, okay, bad cop. Here it comes. I'm gonna get down on his level. I'm gonna wrap my hand around his throat. Gonna shove my pistol into his eye. Actually, hold on. Let me. I don't have any knives. I wish I had a blade on me. I could really do some damage. Listen here, you smarmy cultist fuck. I don't have to kill you to make you do what we want you to do. I'm gonna really wrestle his head into the ground. I'm gonna put my fucking palm on his fucking cheek. I'm really gonna make it hurt. I'm like, we'll make you bleed. We'll make you wish for the death that you'll never get because you don't want it. And I'm gonna fucking pow! I'm gonna fucking smash you if you don't give us what you want. I'm gonna beat your little ass, boy. I'm gonna fucking put a bullet in both your knees and your hands and your elbows. I'm gonna kick your little ass, boy.
While Harrison is doing this thing, Clyde, do you want to make an intelligence check for me?
Hard success.
Hard success. It's strange. When you walked into this room through the Sphinx, you walked into the translucent, immaterial wall in front of the Sphinx, but you didn't walk into the Sphinx. You walked into the wall, and then suddenly you were in another room.
Question.
Yeah.
So the Sphinx entry is like a painting in Super Mario 64. Is that what we're saying?
Kind of seems like that's what Clyde may have just found out.
Okay, thank you.
Seems like you were perhaps teleported here.
Look for red coins.
I think this might be a different place entirely there, Harrison. I don't think we're in the Sphinx anymore. And I'll get down on one knee while Harrison has still got the guy's cheek to the ground. It's like, hey, listen, buddy. I mean, my mate here, he seems like a jovial, kind of guy, but he can be a real shithead. Now I know you don't understand a lot of this, but I'm gonna assume you understand pain and you understand survival.
As you say this, this man, while you have your arm around him, Harrison, he's going to try and bite you.
Gross.
He fails. He opens his mouth to like clamp down on your arm, and like you tighten your grip.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna bite him back.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I'm gonna bite him.
Okay.
That's how Goku does it.
Harrison, why
Automatic success. You bite this man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna bite him. Wait, so if I've got my arm around him and tried to bite me on the arm, I pulled it away.
Mike Tyson him?
I'm gonna bite his ear. I'm gonna bite his ear. I'm gonna bite his ear off. I'm gonna.
What the fuck? What is wrong with us tonight during this session? What is going on?
Yeah, automatically
Well,
succeeds.
hours.
You got him surrounded. You fucking get around and bite this motherfucker's ear off and spit blood and a part of an ear onto the floor.
Maybe we're the villains.
And he begins.
Who is possessed? That's my excuse. I don't know what the fuck Matt's doing.
He begins.
I'm just fucked up.
Screaming in pain in this chamber.
I'm
You
gonna
hear it-
shove
yeah.
my pocket
Like throws
the
up. I'm gonna
handkerchief in his mouth.
I'm gonna spit all my blood. Oh, sorry. Clyde's idea is better. What was yours, Clyde? Sorry.
I'm gonna take my handkerchief out of my pocket and shove it in his mouth.
Nice. I'm gonna spit the rest of his blood on his face. I'm gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch boy!" Unless you want that other ear ripped off too.
I'm gonna look like very concerned at Harrison for a moment and be like, like I said, he's crazy. So what do you want to do from here?
So the problem that you guys will know from dealing with these guys is that no matter how crazy you want them to believe you are, they are 100% batshit insane. especially just the generic cultists, and they do not fear any real physical damage that you can do to them.
Impressive.
I wish I had the
You- you-
mask.
You know you know this because you've tried to interrogate a number of them before.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
I mean,
it's not small. Don't help us. Where are we?
He starts mumbling through the handkerchief.
Oh yeah, pull it out.
You are in the tunnels beneath the plateau. And he looks up at the ceiling. Your friends are still above.
How far above?
Jack knows the answer, but I'm not sure if generic cultist number 3 knows the answer. Far enough.
Mr. Generic Cultist, that's crazy. I'm gonna put my knee on his head. I almost convinced myself not to bite your other fucking ear off. Carry on with the useful information, please, bitch.
Ah. Our leader got in before you. They will know that you are coming.
And
What makes you say that?
I
what do you
cannot
mean, man?
I cannot open the way, but he can. If 2 of us entered into the Sphinx, and you only have 1 of us, where is the second?
Or here's a better question for you. Does the other guy know where you are?
I am inconsequential in the great plan. To the great price.
Yeah,
Oh.
whatever. The great price or whatever. How is it kind of like a maze down here? You got a lot of tunnels.
I suppose there's only one way for you to find out.
I'm getting real tired of your shit.
Cultist number 3, Clyde's a pretty nice guy, but you do not want us both to go bad cop on you. It will not end well for you.
I already told you to end me.
Oh, but see, that's the
Fool.
thing. We know you want us to do that, and we're petty cops, so we'll do everything but end you, my friend, unless you give us something we can work with.
Can I do a look around of the room and see if his leader friend might be nearby or like just what's around us in general?
Sure, make a spot hidden check, I guess.
Not my best, but it's enough. I succeed.
Okay. It is a room made of solid stone.
No engravings or anything.
No. Basically just regular old tunnels.
Right. Well, listen here, Mr. Cultist. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know you want to die, but there's a lot of pain you could go through first. Give me one thing. Give me one thing that I could use. A direction, a name, something, and we'll make it quick.
Are you still holding a gun to his head, both of you?
Never stopped. Always did.
I got it in my hand, but I'm not like holding it. I'm kind of like squatting, and I got it like in between my legs.
All right. This guy is going to make a fighting brawl against you, Harrison, to try and pull the trigger on himself.
This is a
You can
morbid
fight back on
episode.
that.
Yeah, that's That's going to be a success unless you try to stop him.
And I would try to stop him by dodging him. Yeah.
Fight back is really all you can do in this case.
Yeah, I'll fight back because I see what he's going for, and I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hopefully succeed in bashing him on the face many, many times with the butt of my gun because he tried to do that. So I'll go for a fighting brawl.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I failed.
You hear a gunshot ring out, and Harrison, you are splattered with someone else's blood as this man fires your pistol and kills himself
Oh,
in the inner sanctum here.
Oh, that smarmy bastard! And he wasted one of my bullets too. Oh,
I'm just gonna stand up and
Yeah.
put my gun back, and that was not our best look.
listen, I think good cop, bad cop would have worked on literally anybody else. That guy was a freak show, and admittedly, so was I. You know,
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
listen, you know, Pip was possessed by the power of the Dark Pharaoh earlier. I was possessed by the power of Bad Cop. Now that I'm back to reality, I'm my normal, calm self. Wipes the blood of the guy's ear off my face.
Right.
Now let's find a way out of here.
I'm gonna search the body.
You find a scimitar.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Scimitar. Let's go.
While this is
Oh, who the
going
fuck?
on,
I got that. You can just dibs it.
What? You already have a knife, don't you?
No,
No,
I
I don't
lost
think he
all that
does.
when I got arrested.
yeah.
Fine, Clyde. You can have the scimitar. I already started writing it down on my weapons thing. Fuck.
I'm like, Clyde
It's
is
like
the
I'm
one that
looking
asked.
through stuff and I like pick it up and there's
Harrison's like,
"Nope, fine."
I'll take that. Ah.
Harrison, I'll let you have it if Clyde picks it up, you grab it by the blade and you take fucking piercing damage from grabbing it by the blade.
Well, actually, Clyde, what weapons do you have aside from your pistol?
I don't.
You're lying.
I just have a pistol.
Can I roll a psychology to see if Clyde's lying?
He's not lying. Like we just re-outfitted everyone when you got to Egypt because
Okay,
you
okay,
lost
so
all
I
your
probably-
shit when you were arrested.
I could go through the effort of trying to use my persuade skill to talk Clyde into giving me the scimitar, but you know, it's all good, Clyde. Enjoy your nice curvy sword.
Anyways, so while this is happening, what are the other 4 members of the party doing?
I just want to be like kind of tapping the Sphinx.
Is there anything
Yeah,
around that looks heavy enough to start like hitting at the wall?
I imagine it's been a while. I have a little rock. I'm just kind of sitting cross-legged, going tink, tink.
Yeah, I mean, I would let you look around for like a pickaxe or something like that, but you're smart enough to know it's going to take you a long time, and it is a felony in Egypt to destroy antiquities. And this is
In many places, actually.
yeah, really everywhere. In 1925, Egypt takes it a step further.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But
Oh.
Pip, because you got. Oh wait, no, you didn't. You failed your listen roll, I think, to try
Yep.
and remember what was said.
I try and like vaguely recreate what I heard, but it's just like got nothing.
Can we hear that from underground?
Nope.
Damn
Get a listen check.
The voice of children truly goes far.
If you if you get a natural 1 on a listen check, then yeah, I guess I would allow it.
Is the I guess I wasn't close enough. It wouldn't be a language that I'd be able to somewhat relate to Latin.
No, and having sort of been around Egypt and for the last little while, you're pretty sure this was ancient Egyptian that he was speaking.
Makes sense.
A little older than Latin.
Well, I'm not sure there's much we can do here. Perhaps maybe we should just go back up to the ridge and watch to see if they come out, because I don't think you just figure out the password to this magical door or whatever it is.
But how long are we gonna wait there for, sugar? It's already late at night, and I mean, just like my daddy used to say, you don't leave a bunch of dead bodies around the Great Sphinx of Giza.
That's a good point as well. Perhaps we should do something about the bodies and, well, I think we have to wait at least throughout the night. We can't just leave our friends, and I'm not sure what else we can do.
Yes, we must find a way into this Sphinx. There has to be another way in. I doubt they would have only one entrance to this place.
At this point of time, is the Sphinx like it doesn't have the notoriety it does today? Like is it a tourist destination and stuff already? Like,
It's documented by people who are into Egypt, but at this point, I've looked at some pictures from the mid 20s. I don't think the Sphinx is even fully excavated like
Okay.
it is today. So, like most of the body is uncovered, but there's still like big sand dunes around it.
okay,
We
gotcha.
still have that stone
Is this the
we
Sphinx?
got earlier from that
Is it-
person.
I don't remember who took the stone.
I think it might have been me.
I think it was maybe Clyde.
We could always go. Or, well, if I was to guess, I would say there could be a link between the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx. Maybe some tunnels. Might be worth investigating. We can't exactly get through this entrance.
That's a pretty bold assumption. I'm not sure.
Well,
Is there anything around in the area that
No.
looks
Richard,
sus?
make an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence check. Bam! I'm really intelligent. That is a hard success.
If there are tunnels of some kind, like you suggested, that might explain how that mummy was able to go missing before the entire sarcophagus was able to go missing from the Clive expedition.
Ah. Well, the only reason I make that assumption, Ruth, is it's one of the only explanations for how they would have been able to get that mummy and sarcophagus out of underneath the noses of the Clive expedition.
That is a good point.
Thus, it would be worth checking out. We can't exactly break into the Sphinx or destroy this monument, or we might be banned from another country.
I just worry in case Clyde and Harrison come out of the Sphinx once again and we're not here.
Well, maybe Peyton, seeing as you're obviously a very skilled sniper, would be able to post herself out of sight and keep an eye on the entrance, and we could go investigate these tunnels.
I mean, are you sure that's a good idea, though? What if we all get separated? What if something happens to you down there?
Well, if something's able to take out all 5 of us down there, then I don't know if one other person would make a difference. At least we'd have someone surviving. You'd also
Well-
have the best shot at taking out anyone without being spotted if there were more cultists to come within range or try to get into the Sphinx.
This is the keeper telling you might not want to split the party here.
Oh, okay.
These tunnels might be important.
All right. Well, you know what? Our friends will be fine. We can't get through this entrance, and we have an assumption that they can't get out this way either. So, my suggestion is let's go find these tunnels that would have most likely led to the missing mummy and see if we can meet up with our friends under there. I doubt these cultists would have one entrance into an underground chamber. That'd be pretty dumb from just in case of any kind of collapse.
Well, I'll let you lead, Richard. I don't know anything about underground tunnels.
Off to Giza.
Before we go, I want to check the bodies that of the cultists for like anything cool. Do they have anything?
They have 3 scimitars
I want one.
between the
I want a
3 of them.
scimitar.
All right. Would anybody else like a scimitar?
No, I'm
What is the
okay.
damage of a scimitar?
Take a second one in case Harrison wants one.
A scimitar does 1d6 plus 1 plus damage bonus.
Awesome. No, there's a young boy with a scimitar. Fuck yeah.
It's a little. Probably shouldn't let you
Yeah.
have that, but considering you just dissected that unconscious man.
Easier to dissect with.
Eh. You have to talk to Richard about that.
Ah. Now, Pip, you be very careful with that, but I'm so proud of you for taking the initiative. Learning new
I
skills.
stop at one of the bodies.
What?
It like chops one of the dead person's hands off.
My lord.
What a
Oh,
swing,
man.
Pip.
Hmm.
Oh boy. Richard like pause, doesn't even say anything. Off to Giza.
All right.
Hey, Jack, just real quick, while I was searching the body and I got the scimitar,
Mhm.
was there any markings on the body, like a tattoo or?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. So no markings, I don't think, but I believe all the cultists wear the symbol of an inverted ankh. An ankh is the Egyptian symbol for life. It's
KH,
yeah,
right?
yeah, ANKH. It's a circle with a line going down, and well, I'll just pull up a picture of one.
I think there was one in Smite.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
of the for like Anubis or something.
I call that the Egyptian symbol.
Yes,
I think I
The,
know what you're talking about.
the real name is an ankh. The more you know.
The more you know.
What'd you call me?
The Egyptian symbol. There's a lot
You're
of
not
those, though.
wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
That's-
I'm not wrong.
Technically. There we go.
You're not wrong, but it's like as vague as could possibly be.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I can't remember if they have that tattooed on their chest or if they wear like a little necklace or something like that. But it's an ankh, but flipped upside down.
Okay.
Me, all of the Egyptian cultists are gonna look like Oded Fair, I think is his name from the Mummy movies. The guy who like the horse riding dude, the cool guy.
Right. That is that man is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it's not a tattoo and it's the symbol, I'd like to take the symbol.
Okay, yeah. Let me just go back in the old book. Well, actually, I'll tell you later. Let's not delay the game by trying to figure out the pedantry of that sort of thing.
Okay. And Harrison, do you think, like, I mean, his robe is pretty bloody, but do you think we could take it and then, I don't know, worst case, we could use it as a shitty disguise?
Yeah, no, that's a great idea, Clyde. I'll sit on your shoulders and I'll drape the cloak over both of us, and it'll be like when those little kids try to sneak into movies at the theater. I'm half kidding, but I mean, one robe, 2 guys, we'll make it work.
I thought you missed the stealth. I thought no one could see you and you would sneak around.
Listen, Clyde, I won't lie to you. Now that I've thought about the suggestion just a little bit more, I realize that it's actually totally fine to take one robe because one of us can sneak ahead in the robe and be all like, and totally blend in. So, yeah, let's take it with us.
This
Okay.
poor cultist. Like,
Yeah, we're gonna strip him down and take all of his stuff.
There is now a
What do I
dead,
do to
naked cultist.
Like, did you want to like buy his ass or something?
We thought for a second about shooting his dick, but I mean, I guess it just doesn't matter at this point. So let's move on.
Carve into his ass cheek. Harrison was here.
All right. So
HD.
you're all about to, you two are going to head into the tunnels, presumably. Only
where
one way
else?
forward. The rest of you are heading to the Pyramid of Mycerinus, where the hidden mummy was said to have gone missing. It is late at night. No guards on patrol. No tourists around. You can just enter the pyramid of your free will.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
I want to just listen, see if I detect any movement or anything
In the pyramid,
in the pyramid. Yeah,
make a listen roll.
that's a fail.
Other spot hidden, I guess, upon entering too. See if there's anything.
Yeah. In fact, I want everyone to give me a spot hidden check who's entering into the pyramid, including Peyton.
Fuck's sake, I failed again.
That is a a 7. That is a extreme
Success.
Yeah, I got a hard success.
I've just got my ears covered and eyes closed.
Who's scared? She said a long night.
Yeah.
Wow, Peyton has no spot hidden. Peyton sees nothing. So, as you begin to explore some of the interior chambers, I think you get. Sorry, I just heard my dog running around on my hardwood floor upstairs. Anyways, what were the light sources? There were 2 flashlights, I believe, that were available to.
I have a
You
clip-on flashlight.
That's right.
I
Pip
think
has a flashlight.
I think Clyde
Who
has
had
the
the-
other one.
I was about to say, I think it's Clyde that has the other flashlight.
It's
You
not me.
better hope it is.
Yeah, I think it's Clyde.
It is me. I have the flashlight.
Excellent. So it is the middle of the night, very dark in the pyramid. As you're clambering around, Pip and Richard, while you go through some of the initial chambers in the pyramid, you eventually get to what you assume is perhaps the burial chamber where the mummy was said to have gone missing from. Upon sort of getting into this area, Pip is hanging out with you, Richard, and he sort of shines his light onto a very odd-looking stone, which, as you investigate, you find that it actually slides aside to reveal a small hidden, like, alcove with what appears to be a stone button of some kind inside of it.
Okay, I'm going to press the button.
You push the button in, and the sound of grinding stone in the room begins to fill your ears as a large block of rock slides across, and there is a large opening into somewhere else in the pyramid.
Yes, we have found an entrance. I told you, Ruth, that there'd be tunnels under here.
Well, I thought people would have discovered this by now. By golly
You
gee,
think so?
considering we just
We
strolled
found it
in.
just upon walking in.
Well, you see, we have the brilliant minds that are part of this group that allowed us to discover this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And nothing illuminates a problem like a child's perspective.
So the four of you begin walking down into this darker sanctum, presumably. Inside the door, there is a lever which seems to control the sliding of the door as well. So you could close it or open it at will if you want to.
I think we should close it behind us.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You flip the lever, and the stone slides back into place, and you are all left in the darkness with nothing but Pip's flashlight to guide you.
Well, I hope Harrison and Clyde are down here.
Well, it's a good thing we found this. We can get searching, and hopefully we can come out with them. If not, well, hopefully we have enough people with us to handle what's ever down here.
Well, let's be cautious with the light, just in case there's any others in here.
Agreed.
Let's stealthily proceed, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all six of you find down here a series of winding tunnels. There are a great number of different paths to choose, different ways to go. Since I wasn't expecting,
navigate.
well, let's see.
So I guess my reasoning for that would be like Pip's looking for, I guess, scuff marks or where it seems the path is most traveled. I guess.
Yeah, I would allow a navigate roll for this. Navigate or spot hidden from both parties, since you both have decent light sources.
Okay. That's an extreme success.
An extreme success.
Dang.
Yes.
From Pip. I will also need either a navigate or spot hidden, or even a track or luck roll would be sufficient in these circumstances from Harrison or Clyde.
Sorry, I was writing down notes. You want a luck or a?
So your choices are spot hidden, track, luck, or navigate. I only need one of you to make the roll.
Can
How would you say your spot hidden is, Clyde? Clyde, how good are you at seeing spots?
I can spot some things every now and again, but you know what? I'm feeling real lucky.
After you, my friend. I have terrible luck, so.
One.
Dang.
Damn, you guys.
All right.
You were feeling lucky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My God, I've been rolling so bad tonight. You guys are all had some good rolls.
My first rolls were complete ass, but then it just got better.
With the exception of that spot hidden check, the other critical success I had was completely fucking pointless because you get 1 point of healing from first aid
Yeah.
either way.
Okay. So, Pip, holding your light out in front of you, you begin to lead the way for the rest of the party. Following almost intuition, you go through a series of winding tunnels, all the way down a long, dark corridor. Clyde, for you, it's almost a different feeling entirely. You are basically just feeling your way down through the corridors by the skin of your teeth, and just be like, well, this way. No rhyme or reason whatsoever to your decisions. Whereas Pip, you're kind of looking out carefully. You're seeing what ground has been disturbed, what hasn't been disturbed. Did it look like someone maybe dragged a sarcophagus through here within the past couple of months?
Is there a
Eventually,
trail of blood and bodies?
who knows? All right. Now, just so I'm just looking at something.
Oh, gee.
Paints a really funny image that Pip is, the 11-year-old boy is able to use like logic and reasoning to find his way through. Flash cut to Clyde, just picks up a rock, throws it down a hall. He's like, that way.
Yeah, pretty much.
I heard a noise that way.
Different minds. Did you guys hear that the Bethesda is releasing another version of Skyrim?
Yeah.
Are they actually?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I heard that they did they're doing a custom world Fallout 76 thing, but I don't really know how that's. I didn't look into it at all. I just saw their Instagram had like build your own world, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, no, I just saw the headline that it's getting the another next gen Skyrim, and I was like, please don't make us pay for it. Game Pass, you don't, obviously, but everyone else will. It's just good old Todd doing what he does best.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to introduce Skyrim to my grandchildren when the new edition comes out that year.
Download it straight to their brain OS.
And then maybe we'll get another trailer for Starfield
Yikes.
that
Okay.
shows nothing at all about gameplay or, really anything.
All right, sorry about that, boys. Just had to do a bit of quick reading. So, eventually, you guys rolled really well for this. You all converge on one another, and the six of you are reunited in the tunnels.
Well, where the fuck were you guys?
I told you, Ruth, we'd find them down here.
I was cutting a body.
Well,
I mean,
Are you guys
not-
okay?
Strangely enough, Pip, not the strangest thing I've seen all day.
Clyde, I was simply giving him an anatomy test, you see. It was a perfect opportunity. He pulled out a lung and thought it was a liver. I had to correct that issue.
Right. Harrison bit some dude's ear off.
Dude, come on. I thought that we were keeping that between us. Oh.
Harrison, that is just absolutely wonderful. I'm so proud of
All
you
right.
for taking this interest in...
I'm
Let's
gonna
perhaps.
stand next to Ruth.
I like the reunion, but let's maybe be quiet and keep moving. We are in unknown tunnels.
Harrison, was it good?
Didn't taste very good. Really satisfying to feel the ear just get torn off. Though. Oh man,
Ruth,
powerful.
Ruth. Having said that, you glance down a tunnel to your right, which is opposite of the tunnel that you just all came in on, and before you is a large staircase leading into a massive chamber,
Uh-oh.
which currently only houses a few humanoid figures that are going about their business. Within
Humanoid
this
figures.
Within this chamber, there are numerous black ebony-colored pillars which go up to a massive vaulted ceiling, so high up that you can't even see how large it is. Also within this chamber is what appears to be a square pool of inky black water, which seems to move unnaturally.
Pip, do not jump in.
I was like, Pip's already
Further-
heading towards
Yeah, I know he would be.
Further in from that is a large altar of some kind, which has what appears to be a wrapped humanoid figure. Looks perhaps like a mummy or something like that. And even beyond that is a throne about 15, 20 feet, maybe a little bit less off the ground, which does not have stairs leading up to it, but has a separate walkway, which leads off to the side of the room and extends, again, about 15 or 20 feet off the ground.
This is a scary room.
Yeah, so how many people are walking around?
Make a spot hidden check for me.
Very bad. 95. I failed.
95. You are too busy staring into the enormous room that you just stumbled across with your friends to take note of any figures lurking in the darkness. Shouldn't say darkness. This room is slightly more well illuminated than the rest of
Okay.
the tunnels.
Is there another throne?
What do you mean by another throne?
Like from the pyramid, there was a throne. The bent pyramid that Pip sat on. That
Oh, gotcha. It's similar in construction, I would say.
I would like to walk up to a throne.
It's a few hundred feet away from you across the room.
All right. I would like to slowly walk towards the throne, keeping caution of things around me.
All right. So
I need to like double check. There's things like walking around in
yes,
this room.
there are people in this room.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry. I thought.
I was like, he's going for it. Like, oh my
I
god.
like the fact
Whoa.
that you said humanoid figures. That
Yeah, they're dang.
like, can
I'm
I want to do a spot hidden check as well. Like, see if
Yeah,
there's anything.
I could as well.
All right. Sorry, I was just trying to find the page with the full descriptions of the room. I just found it. So, within the room, staircase going down. The altar is constructed from white marble, about 25 feet square at the top. From three sides, steps lead 15 feet up to where a sarcophagus rests. Stone braziers, which burn with a sickly yellow light, are built into the four corners of the altar.
Ooh, I don't like that at all.
Beyond the altar is another structure, a hideous double throne of vile green sweating stone carved with numerous images of violent and cruel acts performed by humans and other grotesque mythical looking creatures. The images are disturbing but unidentifiable. Again, the throne is designed to seat two people.
Pip can't take his eyes off the throne.
Again, to the side of the throne, as one faces it, a long bridge leads sideways to the left wall of the hallway. Its supports are also carved with similar details as the throne. Some of the figures have bulbous, writhing tentacles. This bridge is made from the same green, ominous, oozing stone, and has no railings. Its surface is actually 30 feet above the floor. I was close.
When you say oozing stone, is there like stuff coming out of it, or it's like just pulsing in like a weird like with light or something?
Both, I think.
Oh,
Ew.
oh no.
Vile green sweating stone
Ugh.
is what it says. Is the exact. It's the
Stones
exact
should
words in the
sweat.
book. I know.
Eh,
They're hot.
gross.
Then, from behind the throne, even, which you can barely see from where you are, in the very, very rear wall of the cavern, there is what appears to be a large black hole, for lack of better phrase, I suppose. There's an enormous irregular hole about 100 feet wide by, it looks like it goes even deeper into the sanctum. What did you get for your spot hidden check, Pip?
Can I do one too to kind of
Yep.
see this?
Yep, absolutely.
I got a success.
That is a fail for me.
Normal success.
Okay. So, Pip, you see a few regular humans in similar white robes walking around the room. You also see other humanoid figures in white robes walking around the room. But these humans are a little bit different. Where their heads and hands would normally be are instead replaced by animalistic features. There's one human who has the long head of a crocodile, one that has the head of some bird, another that looks to be some sort of large cat, like a cheetah. And they're just milling around the same as some of the other people in the room.
This reminds me of the old lady from the Shipley house.
Mm-hmm.
There's some bird dude and a cat man.
Do you see how many?
There's at least four. There's at least four people in the room who have the animal characteristics.
At least 4 animal things.
They may be able to do magic, so we need to exercise extreme caution.
Yeah, where did are we like standing like backlit by something?
So the entrance to the room is a large staircase leading down from the tunnels. So I'm assuming you're standing like still up at the tunnel. It's kind of
Okay.
like that scene in Temple of Doom where Short Round and Indy are like looking down onto the temple where they rip the guy's
Oh.
heart out.
Okay. So we're kind of hidden a little bit. We're not in plain sight.
Yeah, you're not in plain sight, and this is a much larger room than like that one scene in Temple of Doom, for example.
Okay. We should tread very carefully, and I don't know, get out. What else are we gonna do in here?
That's kind of my train of thought. It's like we've already been injured from our fight earlier. These guys look much scarier than the cultists we just fought. I'm struggling to see how much more information we can gain than what we've seen already.
Wait a minute. How'd you guys even get down here?
I
Locked.
You see, we found a secret entrance near where that mummy went missing for the Clive expedition.
So you could find it again. Then is what I'm hearing.
Well, yes, we just walked back down the tunnel we just came down.
What if? And I'm just spitballing here. We leave, go buy some dynamite, and come back.
That does sound like a good plan. However, my only worry is that might increase security as we did kill a couple men back there by the other entrance, so there'll be no people who are poking around and stuff. I don't think we'll be able to get in as easily.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I
I
also
don't think Peyton will be very happy if we turn back.
yeah, Peyton would
She
be
seems to hate that.
I don't know how Peyton would respond to this situation. So. She's just staring in awe, slack-jawed at the scene in front of her. She's not in Tennessee anymore.
Her daddy didn't say nothing about this.
He really fucking didn't. You guys want to give me listen rolls as well?
Baby.
Success.
Fail.
I got extreme success.
Okay. Extreme success. From the center of the room, those of you who succeeded, especially you, Ruth, recognize the low, gravelly voice of someone who you've met before. And you look into the center of the room, and although he's no longer speaking English, you see him pull back his hood and standing, talking with a few other cultists and beginning to point around. You see Omar al-Shaki.
That fucking guy.
I thought you were gonna say he was our guide, Salim. I was gonna.
Oh,
That son of a
oh
bitch!
my god, that would have been brutal. I would have been devastated by that, honestly.
Pip would have ran down right then and there and fucking couch his throat out.
Not only does he fucking charge us an arm and a leg, he betrays us too. That'd be great.
That would be funny.
Does it seem like El Shakadi is a figure of authority? Can we kind of tell from what we're seeing?
Yes, it does seem like he's a figure of authority. And in fact, he is recognizably is the cultist who opened the door in front of the Sphinx.
Oh
before
shit!
Running away from combat.
Oh fuck! He saw us.
Sure did.
Did we like ever introduce ourselves to him? I wasn't
We
at
did.
the session. Like we gave him a fair bit of information.
Yeah, we went to.
Yeah, he's a local plantation owner.
We visited the plantation and had like extended conversations with him.
He's a very rich businessman who's respected in Cairo. But he had some suspicious things laying around his house.
Bastard.
I'm starting to agree with Clyde. Perhaps we should just leave. I just don't know what we're gonna get done down here right now.
Yeah, we need to recuperate and think of a game plan. We're flabbergasted and tired, and I see scary Birdman. I don't like it.
What do you think, Richard?
Well, I am quite hurt after our last fight. I did have a sword go into me, but I mean, I'm good to go after them as much as I'm good to regroup.
I'm just worried they'll regroup.
The thing that we might need to consider is he knows that we know where his hideout is. So, is it possible that this will all be gone by the next time we come?
So
Yeah.
then it's a gamble of fight now and see if we survive versus come back more prepared, but while may potentially walking into an ambush.
To be fair, he probably doesn't necessarily know that you're down here, they might have heard a gunshot, and the next time they use that entrance, they might find a dead body. But other than that, there's no way to know for sure that you guys found your way down here.
Well, I think it's more of a. I think it's more of a. They know that we know where one of the entrances are, so we know there's a base here. That's what my kind of thinking was.
Right.
Because I'm assuming they have bases all over the place. So that'd just be my thought.
It'd be a lot to pack up and move, though.
Yes, but we are dealing with the cultists. Remember, there's quite a crazy amount of shit they seem to be able to do.
I don't think they'd set up and move, but I could see them sending people after us or doubling or tripling the amount of people they have in here now.
Yes, and it's a tough call, but honestly, besides me, I don't think anyone else is really particularly hurt right now.
I
taking damage.
I am I am hurt, but not drastically.
And I have my revolver, so I don't exactly have to be up close and personal for this combat.
Sword!
Again,
I think you might want to stay by me and defend me if something comes after me.
I just worry about 4 potential magic users.
Well, I don't think regrouping is going to help with any of that anyways.
I just...
If anything, they might have more down here next time we come, which... I mean, again, like I said, I'm okay with regrouping, and I'm also okay with going after them right now. It's really up to the group.
Well, all we could do regrouping was maybe get a little bit more health, but I don't believe we'd be able to get our hands on any more real weaponry, so...
I mean, I guess we do have to investigate this. Like, there's got to be something here for us, but, like, I just really struggle to see how it's going to be worth, you know, jumping into a fight that we are likely to be very outmatched for.
Who says we had a fight? What if we try to sneak around and poke around?
I don't think we could all do that. Maybe 1, 2 max, I'd say.
Well, I would like to point out that I'm not exactly the most stealthy individual in the world. I'm more of a man of action than I am a man of stealth.
I think if we're gonna go in, we should all go in guns blazing. Otherwise, 1 or 2 of us will go in stealthing, get caught, then we'll run in after the fact.
I do think Ruth has a great suggestion there. We do have the element of surprise right now. It doesn't appear that they know we're here. And we obviously know who to target first as those magic users, possible magic users. If we get some good shots in, we might actually be able to come out on top in the first little bit of the fight.
Well, are we agreed then? We're gonna take action?
Hey guys, just in
I
case,
draw my
it's
sword.
been really nice looking, knowing all of you. See you on the other side.
Hey.
I'm kind of leaning towards leaving personally, but
But I pulled out my sword.
I'm gonna pull out my revolver and do like.
Sorry, Clyde. I don't know if you missed the whole part where all of us are standing here with our weapons trained, ready to go.
He's just I'm ready to leave.
I thought we were all. I was halfway up, and then I realized you guys weren't following me.
I mean, Clyde, if you'd rather leave, you can, but I think the rest of us are.
I mean, we are werewolf killers, one way or the other.
No,
Yes.
some of us are werewolves killers.
Alright. We're all hunters, but not all of us are killers. Is the fucking difference there.
Does anyone have some sort of oil on them? No? I want to
You know,
Put
flaming
oil on the
sword.
blade.
Yeah.
Not flaming sword, but just like kind of like a poison. Like having oil in your blood is probably not good. It's just I don't know what they would do, but I wouldn't want it in my blood.
Listen, I'm just I'm thinking back to the time, like Ruth said in the house, the pen. What was his name?
Uh,
Fucking Michael something.
no,
Miles Shipley.
Miles
Shipley.
Shipley. Yeah.
What was his name? Uh that lizard bitch fucked us up, and that was 3-on-1. And you telling, and we're looking down at 4 other beasts down there.
There's also other people.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, element of surprise, and on top of that, I, I besides health, I kind of agree with Ruth. We're not going to really be able to come in here with anything that's going to be super beneficial against these creatures.
Dynamite?
Well,
But do we have proof that dynamite would turn the tides of this fight?
Proof that an explosion hurts shit.
It'll just bring down the roof on top of us.
I can't say I'm
I don't think that's a
extremely
bad
talented.
idea.
well, perhaps we should send someone in to listen then. That way, best case scenario, they go in, they learn some things, they quietly sneak out. If not, then we go in to support them if they were to get caught. At least that gives us an opportunity for no combat and learning something, getting something out of this.
Are we able to observe that there are other robed cultists like the ones we've encountered before?
Yeah. Yes. So with the amount of time you've been observing the room, there are 4 animal figures. There are 2 regular cultists, and there's Omar Al Shakti in the room.
That son of a bitch.
All right.
And
You left the call briefly to when I explained that.
Sorry.
Yeah, Omar Al Shakti is in the room.
I had to pee. And do we know what they're doing? Has that question been asked?
I don't think so.
The 4 non-humans appear to be milling around, seemingly on guard duty or something like that.
Okay. If I sit and watch and concentrate for 5-10 minutes, could I kind of put together a bit of a pattern? Are they walking a certain route?
No, they seem to be fairly stationary. The humans seem to be milling around a little bit, I would say.
Listen, fellas, I don't know. This is this is a situation that we could not walk away from.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I've run into that. Going into the war, we kind of ran into a lot of those situations where we might not come back.
If I'm taken down by a cat man, so be it.
I mean, this is what we've been searching for, isn't it?
I suppose. I'm searching for a way to stop it anyway.
With the time that you've been observing at this point, I would say maybe 15 or 20 minutes into this conversation that you've been having, maybe a little bit less, the 2 human cultists, out of view of you, they pull a human woman who seems to be bound and gagged into the center of the room where that black watery pool is. Where you saw tiny little bits of movement. They pull her over to the side of the pool, which has sort of low stone walls made of like a very like an almost like blackish like gray marble. And she seems to be struggling a little bit, and they dump her in, and she immediately her flesh is being consumed by what appear to be tiny little leeches of some kind, and she is slowly devoured in the center of the room. I need everyone to make a sanity check who is witnessing this.
That's gonna help our decision making.
I got a 29, so I'm good.
You want to roll above, right? Sanity is the one thing above.
You want to roll below in this case.
What's the one thing again? Sorry.
Below your max or below your current?
Right. So Pip has 2 sanity points remaining.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You know.
So you, it's almost impossible for Pip to roll.
Did Pip just go insane?
It's not the time or place to go insane.
So Pip,
No.
Pip, you definitely didn't roll a natural 1.
No, I didn't. Pip did not roll a natural 1.
So oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Everyone in the party takes 1 point of sanity damage.
Huh.
It was 1d4, or sorry, 1d4 on a failure, 0 on a success.
Oh, so I don't take damage, or I do take damage?
You take if you succeeded on the sanity roll, you take no sanity damage.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
I did not succeed.
I'd have to literally fucking shit the bed to not roll good on insanity. Or sorry, sanity.
It's because you weren't possessed by the Dark Pharaoh.
No, I was saying to Graydon, I think it would have been perfect for the decline of Richard into the crazy mad scientist to have been impacted by that 50 sanity damage.
Aren't you like already
With Pip's
half
mental
insane?
state, I'm gonna crumble onto the ground and start just shaking, probably. After seeing that, Pip's not doing good.
Pip just dissected a man, but then you can't watch a woman get eaten by leeches. What is this?
He took sanity damage. He has to deal with it. He's not doing well, Peter. He has 1 sanity point.
He's never seen leeches before. This is a new thing.
He's
So
never
we know
seen
what life
most of the things that are occurring before.
If we lose our fight with these guys, they'll probably do this to us live. So
What if we push them into the pool?
Ruth, that's the type of thinking that's going to get us out of this alive.
Befriend the leeches.
1 more sanity point and things would be very different right now.
It's fine.
You have to.
So just try to keep your eyes on the ground, Pip. Don't look at anything else that might upset you. And
Need to get some horse blinders for Pip.
Yeah. I should also say that because Pip lost so much of his sanity, he is still indefinitely insane.
But
So-
luckily,
Yeah,
he's
see,
been
that's why he
active.
cut open a body.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean anything right now because you got through the first amount of period of your indefinite insanity. So I was going to say, do I have to roll for a bout of madness to see if Pip does something or gains something here? I was like, no, he got through the first, like, the initial bit, but to recover from indefinite insanity, you have to be, like, institutionalized or taken care of.
Yeah, I appeased my mania for the time being.
Yeah. Alternatively, at the Keeper's discretion, indefinite insanity lasts until the next investigator development phase at the end of the present game chapter. So there you go. Just survive Egypt without losing your 1 remaining sanity point.
And you'll be right as rain.
Yeah.
What's the game plan here, folks? You just saw a woman get eaten alive by leeches.
I have an idea. I really don't like this idea, but not because I have doubts about its effectiveness. We have a robe. We have someone who's got really decent stats in combat, listening, persuading, and stealthing. Um, we could try and send me in on recon and then do a surprise attack if the recon doesn't work, which I'm very confident that it will not work. Um, we could put ourselves into a situation where we get what we need without getting hurt, or at least put ourselves in a situation where we have an advantage in combat, right? Because like if I'm able to make it into this inner circle and you know, peace be with you, all of these robes, head right up to one of the scariest looking animal monsters and put a fucking shotgun in their back. I have a good feeling about it. I don't have a good feeling about it, but I have a feeling.
I was
Yeah, I suppose we could sneak in and try to take him out stealthily as best we can. One by one.
It'd be like one of those Spider-Man warehouse takedown missions. You know what I mean? Where like the more baddies you can
Spider-Man.
take down before you're discovered, the less likely you are to get fucked up.
Spider-Man.
The Birdman was bad.
if you have confidence, Harrison.
I have confidence that if anyone's able to do it, it's me, but I really don't look forward to this.
I don't think we really have any stealthy characters, to my knowledge.
On the contrary, Harrison Dodge, he's a loud personality, but the stats that I invested the most in are stealth, um, persuade, listen, and then combat stats.
How does Harrison feel about the animal people since he has a fear of animals?
I forgot about that, and he has a fear of birds especially. So you don't need to have zoophobia to be terrified when you see humans with animal features on them. You know?
That's fair.
I mean, I'm afraid of guns, but you guys are constantly fucking high noon in this shit.
Ugh. Oy vey. With the approval of the squad, if our plan is to approach this now, I feel like this stealthy approach is the best way to go. And
What?
maybe while I'm stealthily in there,
What?
you guys can put yourselves in a position to fuck them up if things go wrong.
Okay, before we do anything drastic, like decide, what are we looking to get out of going in there?
Check
Clues
out this
on-
sarcophagus.
Okay, just,
Well, it'd be nice to get some clues on where to go next.
Yeah, that fucking picture helps.
Just thought you guys might want to know what they look like.
I wish I didn't.
I think I have a fear of birds now.
Let's just say there's
Yeah,
got to be
so it's-
abundance of information here hidden or in plain sight, seeing as there's this many cultists in one area. The other option is what if a few of us could lure them away?
A chase.
Yes, and give the others a chance to possibly scout around and see if there's anything we can quickly grab.
I think I prefer Harrison's idea. I think that's much more risky.
Yeah.
Then I agree with it.
I hate that I suggested this.
Harrison, you're gonna try and sneak down into the temple.
That's correct. Sneak down into the temple, keep my head low, hear what I can hear, and I'm hoping that my teammates will be poised all around to make a great offensive if if baddies should attempt to apprehend me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can I take those robes that I stole from the guy, turn them inside out so they're not covered in blood, put them
Yes, you
on,
can.
and try to...
Yes. And I looked it up. It is not a tattoo, it's a necklace.
Okay, sweet.
So you have the necklace as well.
Yeah. And I'll hold that in my hand, the necklace. Is there a
Okay.
hood on this robe?
There is. Yes.
I'm gonna put the hood up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. You are now wearing the robe, and you can put the necklace on and complete the outfit if you want.
I'm gonna hold the necklace in my hand because I'm wearing the necklace that Bastet gave us,
Oh, gotcha.
and I want that one to be the one that I wear.
Oh,
Gotcha.
you only have one necklace equipped at a time?
No, you can have as many as you want.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna take off my Bastet necklace, and I'm also gonna take my my notebook where I write down story ideas and document my adventures. I'm gonna wrap the necklace in the notebook. I'm gonna hand this to my allies and be like, inspirational. Hopefully, I won't die here. Quote. Insert. Fix it in post, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to blend in. I don't want to get too close to anybody, but I kind of want to just like, well, kind of maybe staying a little bit close to Harrison as he sneaks around, but not too close, and just trying to get the lay of the land kind of thing.
Okay. You have points in the disguise skill,
I do.
right, Clyde?
Yes.
All right, so what I'm going to have happen here, Harrison, I want you to make a stealth check for me. Clyde, I want you to make a disguise roll for me to blend in. I'm going to give you a bonus die, Clyde.
Hey.
If the robe was a little bit cleaner, and even though it's turned inside out, I'm assuming it's not super thick, so it might show through a little bit if the light is right.
Right.
But take a bonus die for your troubles,
Hey, I appreciate that.
for being a smart boy. Sorry,
I thought Harrison was wearing the robe.
I thought Clyde was putting the robe on and walking down with you.
Yeah, you were sneaking, and I was gonna blend in.
Oh, I mean, that's not a bad idea. I just didn't think there'd be a world where I could walk in there looking normal and not get immediately spotted. And
Well, it depends how good this stealth roll is.
it's a success.
Okay.
It's a success. I can't use luck to do any better, unfortunately.
My first roll was a 97.
Ooh.
So thanks for the bonus dice. Unfortunately, my bonus dice made it a 77. My skill is 51.
You can push
So
the roll.
Push our luck.
Roll or use luck.
yeah. Well, what's the difference there?
To get a success. So you
26,
rolled
that's fine.
27. Sorry, 77. If you have 26 luck points, you could, or yeah, you could try for that reroll.
You know what? Luck got me here, so I feel like luck is the way to go. I'm gonna use my luck points.
Okay. You use 26 luck points to turn that failure into a success.
Turn that smile upside down. Or that frown upside down.
I want you to be as sad as possible.
Yeah.
All right. You have both succeeded on your rolls. Clyde and Harrison, what are you trying to do in this room? What are you doing as you sneak in, both in your own separate ways?
I'm just trying to listen for any dialogue that could potentially give us ideas of where to go next, and I'm gonna look around to find more evidence about like if there's anyone else that we know that are potentially involved, if there are any people that were potentially once with the Carlisle expedition that survived. Like I think we know that the Carlisle members of the Carlisle expedition are still alive, don't we? Like we know that some of them were not slaughtered in the rituals that they did, but they were still declared to be dead. Is that right?
It's I'm not sure if you have clear information on that. It seemed that Jackson Elias thought some of them were still alive. It seems like there might be evidence that maybe some of them are alive based on, I think, what Warren Bessart told you. But then when
Yeah.
you were in Nyarlathotep's chamber yesterday, he showed you a projection of them getting killed in the
Yes.
desert.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
I want to kind of same thing, keep my ears open for any locations or names. And I want to try to kind of check out that pool of leeches.
Leeches.
okay. I will say, if there are any conversations happening, they are not happening with the animal people. And if the cultists who do remain have any words to say, they will be in Arabic.
Yeah, we can still you can still hear a name through.
Um, that's a good point. I will, if you want to try and listen for a detail like that, I will want listen rolls from both of you.
That's an extreme success, baby.
I failed.
Oh,
Baby.
Okay. So, Harrison, as you're sneaking around some of the ominous black pillars which rise up so far that you can't see the ceiling from the darkness, you do catch, I would say, during a conversation between the two remaining cultists, you hear the words, the the names Henry Clive and Agatha Broadmoor.
Okay, okay.
Whereabouts is Omar in this? Is he alone on top of the kind of pillar thing?
Omar, as this is happening, uh, is standing at the top of the altar. After giving his directions to his minions, he stands at the top of the altar for a little while, and then after you guys sort of sneak around for a little bit, he begins walking down the staircase, gestures to the two minions who were having the conversation, and they begin to head up the staircase, seemingly to leave. Would the rest of the party like to perhaps hide, or
Yeah, I'd like to hide.
mm-hmm.
all right? It's easy enough to do. You can just go a good ways down one of the hallways and like go down a side path where they won't find you. So I'm not going to require a stealth roll for this.
Okay.
I'm going to say that you all find your way to a place where the remaining cultists, Shakti included, do not cannot see you. They walk past you unless you're going to try and do something to stop them.
Is Omar
And-
going with them?
All three of the cultists are leaving. The animal people are remaining in the chamber.
I'll follow them at a distance.
You're going to follow Al Shakti and the cultists?
Yep.
Okay. Um,
Like 30 feet behind.
30 feet? Okay.
Maybe more. 50, 30, 50.
Okay.
Somewhere in between.
They go down the opposite direction from where you came, from the Sphinx. It seems they are probably using a different exit, which you don't know. So if you get lost, you're probably on your own in the tunnels.
No, I was just going to follow them up the stairs. To make it
Oh,
where-
okay.
where the animal people, like all of the robes are leaving.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
And then maybe I'll jump Omar. Thinking about it.
So the only people left in the chamber at all are just the animal people?
The animal people and you two, but apparently not Graydon because. So, like, what I'm saying is they're going up the staircase to leave. I was narrating them already going down a hallway just to expedite
Oh.
this process a little bit.
Okay.
So you can still follow them if you want to.
So, would you say it's the two cultists and then Omar is behind?
Omar would be leading in this
Yeah.
case.
No, I'll follow them to the top of the stairs. If the rest of the group doesn't jump them, then I will jump them. And I'll just kind of follow into the hallway, but I won't follow the rest of the way.
If unless the group would like to take back their pledge of nonviolence, and they would like to jump Omar, then
Wait, so Graydon, you're gonna jump him?
I was gonna position myself to assist if you guys were, and if you don't, then I won't.
Well, there's more than just him there, right? It's not just.
yeah, it's him
three.
plus two more cultists.
Dude, surely
Three
the
humans.
the fight would attract the attention of the beast people, though. You don't want to see what it's like to fight them as well.
Yeah, and we don't really know, as him being a cultist, we don't really truly know his.
Capabilities.
Yeah.
He'll get what's coming to him. He'll get his.
All right, Harrison, you are currently alone in the temple with the four animal people. You are still hidden.
Oh, there's four of them. I didn't realize. Would investigating the leech pool break my cover?
The leech pool is out in the open. I would say it kind of depends.
Where are each of the beast people relative to the leech pool?
I kind of pictured them as being fairly close to the stairs.
There's only one set of stairs that goes up to the center area where the throne and the leech pool is, right?
Where the altar is. So the layout. I'm sorry. The layout of this room is really complex, and I don't have a good map of it. And I'm just now realizing I forgot to narrate one specific element. Before the leech pool, there's also a. Actually, hang on. Don't think this actually matters. Let me just take another look here. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, I'm removing this from the campaign. Everything stays the same. They put a little like thing in the text where it's like you can use this to like add more depth to the campaign. It was like the campaign is deep enough as it is. In the original in the book, it's like, oh, there's also a staircase that leads downwards, and there's red smoke lifting out of it, and you can use it to send your players to another scenario. It's like, I have a book full of that we've been playing for 30 sessions for a year. Why would I want to lead my players to another session? So I'm nixing it.
Okay.
That's not in the campaign.
Okay.
The room is as I described it the first time.
Can I tell you
Goes
what?
down the staircase.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Can I
Fuck you,
tell you what
Jack.
I'm imagining the layout of this big area is, and you can confirm that it's correct?
Sure.
So we've got the way that we entered, which is raised up above. So when we look through the doorway, there's the stairs that take us down to the lower pit area, and the lower pit area is massive and sprawls in front of us. But then in the center of this pit, there's a raised area, and there's stairs that lead up to that area, and that's where the throne and the leech pit are.
I'm going
And then there's a
to.
bridge, but I don't know what it is.
So, I'm going to give you the best picture I have of this temple. It's the screenshot of the center of a different map. So,
Okay.
so ignore number 2. Number 2 is the red misty stairs that lead you to another dimension. Those don't exist.
Cool.
So each black dot represents a large black pillar which reaches to the top of the ceiling. Number 3 is the leech pit. Number 4 is the altar. Number 5 is the throne. Number 6 is the bridge. You can see that they've done the bridge in a green color to represent the weird green stone.
Right.
To the north of number 2, that's the big staircase where you guys came in.
Oh,
And then at the very, very back of the room, number 7 is the large black hole, which you can't see into.
oh, okay. Could I start by investigating where they got the sacrifice from?
The sacrifice was brought into this room before you guys got there,
Okay.
presumably from somewhere else.
Okay, gotcha. And they just like picked her up and was like, "Hey, come with me." She wasn't in like a box
Yeah.
or like.
Yeah, no, they were presumably just feeding the leeches.
Okay. What is the like? Where would you say I am on this map? Like, what's the point that I'm closest to right now?
You would be hiding around some of the pillars of number 2.
Okay, so I'm close to that black hole then, aren't I?
What black hole?
The one that's at the back of the room. Oh,
No, that's number 7.
oh shit. Sorry, that's right. Fuck. Okay, I think I've seen all that I need to see of the leech pit. Are there stairs that go from the lower level up to the altar, or do I have to take the green bridge to get there?
Yeah, there is seemingly nothing going towards that. It's just the bridge that goes off into another side of the room. There's no way to reach that, and that's about 30 feet off the ground.
Right. So I guess the only thing that's really there for me to investigate right now would be the altar, right?
Yes. I mean, you could check out the leech pit if you wanted to.
I think I've seen all I need to see there. It's probably pretty self-explanatory. Can I check out the altar, please, Keeper of Arcane Secrets?
Absolutely. So, you walk up the altar. This does expose you a little bit, but there are stairs on every side of the altar, so with your stealth skill, I would say you could probably get up behind it to a place where the animal people couldn't see you.
Thank you.
The top of the altar is... At the top of the altar is a massive stone sarcophagus with a mummified body inside. In front of the altar, there is what appears to be 2 pieces of jewelry that have been set aside in such a way as if there is a third that is also required.
Can I take the pieces of jewelry?
Yep, you can do that.
Okay. is there any noted? What's the difference between the two pieces of jewelry?
The differences between the pieces of jewelry is. Where's the fucking jewelry? Da, 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 da. One appears to be like a crown, and one appears to be a necklace.
Okay. Can I investigate the body inside the sarcophagus?
It is a mummy. How, what more do you want me to say?
Fast talking.
I'd like to touch the mysterious ring to the mummy, please.
Oh God.
You'd like to touch your mysterious ring to the mummy. Okay. As you touch the ring to the mummy, the ring has a difficult time. It resists you from like touching it all the way to the mummy,
Oh.
as if it's almost shielding you from it.
Thank you, mysterious ring.
Like when you try and touch the opposite sides of a magnet together, it's like.
Yeah,
That's what I
exactly.
pictured, yeah.
Okay, then I would like to look at the map one more time. I'd like to leave this area and rejoin my friends, please.
Okay. You leave the chamber.
You made it out.
Just for fun, give me one more stealth check.
Oh,
Now that you have the jewelry with you.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I just rolled 2 under my stealth. Woo.
Cool.
Success.
what a
You
guy.
leave the chamber unmolested. Jewelry in tow.
Okay, gang. Well, I got some souvenirs. All went well. Let's get the fuck out of here.
What else did you see up there?
A mummy in a sarcophagus. Mysterious ring. Didn't like the mummy. Gonna keep that in the brain for later. I could not find any more information that would be of use.
Well, I'm glad you made it back.
Thanks, Ruth. It's good to see you.
I really want to know what that hole at the back of the room goes.
Did you not hear right now? Sorry, I love hearing your input, but aren't you literally not in this conversation at all?
I wanted to ask what Clyde was doing after following behind Omar.
I kind of just like trailed farther and farther back, and then went and rejoined everyone at the top of the stairs.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, yeah, I say let's get the fuck out of here.
You
Okay.
don't see any complaints from me.
So, you all make your way through the tunnels beneath the pyramids, out through the secret entrance which you discovered earlier tonight, and into the early morning hours of this Egyptian escapade.
Yeah, it's been a long night for us.
It has been. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, because it is 10 past 10.
No death. Good job, guys. I wasn't sure.
I thought it was coming. When I had to roll that D4 to see how much sanity damage you guys took from the leeches, like, Pip's about to go insane. And then I
Yeah.
rolled a 1.
Very close to still.
Yeah.
Is like permanent insanity, like losing all your sanity, essentially just death in another way?
Yeah, it's game over. You
Okay.
lose control of your investigator.
Pip's just a time bomb.
Oh fuck, that's worse than death in a way, because who knows what happens when you lose control.
We're just like creating a Batman supervillain. That's what we're doing right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well,
This
if our
is the
Batman,
Joker happening.
if our Batman supervillain can be worse than their Batman supervillain, then we effectively win.
Yep. Well, as always, thank you all for joining us. I always forget like how hoarse my voice gets after doing a long session like this. I don't know how I'm gonna manage when we go back to in person for D&D next month. I'm gonna have to drink a lot of water. But
Or other things.
yes. Until that time, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. This has been session 30. At this rate, it's only going to take another 30 sessions before we're done the campaign.
Great.
And
I'm here for it.
until then, we love you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.